right, welcome back. Time for Watch List, and I've got something for you that comes courtesy of producer Blake, okay? We are marking, of course, the 20th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks, and there's a new Netflix series that looks back well before the events of September 11th to set the scene for what prompted those events in the first place. So, here's a trailer for Turning Point 9/11 and the War on Terror.
Beautiful fall morning. There was the loudest noise I had ever heard, and it got dark.
Pieces of this story continue to come together. I've never seen anything like this.
I whispered into the president's ear, America is under attack.
I am convinced military action will not prevent acts of terrorism.
Oh, we know where they're shooting from! Keep moving! Keep moving!
There's before 9/11 and there's after 9/11.
In the 1990s, we were fixated on a new world order that would spread democracy throughout the world.
9/11 brought war home. It made America afraid.
The NSA said, take as much data as we can.
This was the electronic version of an unauthorized government raid on your house.
The United States had to punish those responsible for these attacks.
There was no higher mission than finding Osama bin Laden.
The perpetrators of terrorism only understand the use of force.
They knew all along these major problems that were going to prevent us from winning.
No one even really mentions 9/11 anymore. And that, to me, that's the whole reason that I'm over here.
Any power without constraint always leads to abuse.
September 11th changed the world. Let's think through our actions today so that this does not spiral out of control.
Okay, so again, thanks to producer Blake for bringing this to my attention. I didn't even know it was out there.
Yeah.
I did a little research on this because I've not seen it. The series starts with the events of September 11th, of course. But then it goes all the way back to the 1980s, documenting sort of the origins of Al-Qaeda, our U.S. military response to all of this. It goes back to the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan.
Right.
And all of that, all of that is in this particular documentary.
How it all fits together.
Yeah, there are questions regarding U.S. intelligence. It leads up to the plans, of course, to get out of Afghanistan, where we are now. Okay. Now, by all accounts, the documentary is very well done. Now, not every review is glowing, but by and large, what I've read seems to be, it's sequential, it makes sense, it jumps around, but for good reason. It's apparently a very efficient way to help lay out the history of how we got here, and it's compelling due to the use of some of the more recent interviews as well as some of the archival footage that we've seen. I saw a couple of reviews that said, if you're pretty well schooled on this and you think you know the story, there may not be a whole lot more to learn here. But, there are always going to be things that bring this back into your memory, which is why we have got to remember this. And, no one wants to forget it. But if you,
it's
Blake,
hard looking at some, even the videos you saw there, it's still hard to look at some of it.
It is very difficult. And Blake is, he was young when this happened and could not have remembered much of anything. And so for someone who's getting up to speed on this, depending on what you know or you've seen or you haven't seen, this is apparently a pretty decent way to do it. So it's on Netflix.
All right.
Yeah, and
It'll
again,
go on my watch list too.
It's got, for sure. And this is the week for all of that. And I know that
there are a bunch of them out there.
There are, and you're going to see a lot of September 11th this week, and that's another thing. It can really wear on us because it was so hard the first time. And this being 20 years is a benchmark, but so you can only really watch so much, but it is a good history lesson. And once again, it is called Turning Point 9/11 and the War on Terror, and it is on Netflix right now.
All right, coming up. Broadway returns to Springfield.
Yep, stay tuned for the upcoming season at Hammons Hall for the Performing Arts. Be right back.